far as those things are concerned. Now, the other one is we are bankers to the government. We are also economic advisors, and we help in promoting economic growth and development. What we have done in the area of financial inclusion is to say there are so many Nigerians that are outside the formal sector. We need to bring them into that sector.
Don't you think that there's a reason why there are so many Nigerians outside of the financial sector? Don't you think that there is a reason why they're outside there? Don't you feel, or doesn't the Central Bank of Nigeria feel that there's a serious trust issue here, and the only way you can get more people to actually come into the financial system is by winning their trust? And the first way, don't you think, that the central bank don't you think that the central bank should be doing something in terms of ensuring that credit to SMEs, who we know are the ones that are mostly in the unbanked sector? Don't we think that access to this credit should be made more affordable? You said 7%. Can't it be brought down any lower? Because we have to have a situation where everybody is a winner. The Central Bank of Nigeria, definitely, yes, it is the government. It is the bank for the government. But then your economic advisors and the people you are actually advising need to know the reason why they should take the stance that they should take.
Yeah, I'm happy you pointed that out. That's why this central bank is one that has been pro-poor, far more pro-poor than even the institutions that are meant to be pro-poor. Because we know that at the end of the day, if you have stability and people, their lives don't change by having access to credit, by changing their economic circumstances, then you haven't succeeded. Recently we launched the MSME fund, where we said, look, 60% of that should be available to women. 50% of Nigerians are women, and many of these women are cut off from the formal financial sector. So we're providing about 200 billion naira that will go directly, 60% of it will go directly to these women who are properly structured. Just last week, we signed our first MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, with the state government. And that state government, we signed 2 billion naira. We are asking other state governments to come up and do exactly what this state government has done. On their own, they created about 32 or so microfinance banks that will empower their people. And many of the people that will benefit are going to be women who are doing little bits and pieces, 100,000 naira, 50,000 naira business, 150,000 naira, that will change that whole sector. So bottom of the pyramid hasn't got the kind of lease of life that we have now. It never had it before. Beyond that also, we are trying to ensure that the cost of capital, cost of operations will come down.
Yes, that's very important.
We hope we will share the services, make sure that we distribute those things through channels that are cost effective. And that's why I'm saying those who have mobile telephone lines, are soon going to enjoy, this ability to pay, to receive payments, to make payments using their mobile handset. And once that takes off, that we have already registered the mobile money companies, the banks are working with the telecom companies, and it's an amazing future that we see.
Well, right now, you can use your card with us this morning. I'm afraid that's much we can take from you. But thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure having me.
Well, I've been speaking with Ugo Okorafor. He's the Director of Communication of the Central Bank of Nigeria. He joined us live on the program from our Abuja studios. But this conversation continues in just a moment, and I hope to be joined on the program as well by an economist. He's also a lecturer with the Department of Economics of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, talking about Dr. Patterson Ekeocha. Please join us again.
Every day you invite us to your home. Now we invite you to our homepage. Join Channels TV on social media. Hang out with us on Google Plus/Channels Television. Follow us on Twitter.com/Channels TV_NG. Friend us on Facebook.com/Channels Forum. And don't forget to like our page. That's not all. Subscribe to our YouTube channels, youtube.com/Channels Web, to get constant video updates and news and events in Nigeria and around the world. ChannelsTV.com, the news at your fingertips.
Fun, inspiration, and knowledge. That's what you get from readers, writers, publishers, and the entire book world. get some interesting reviews, events, interviews, and latest updates from the book world. The channel's book club, inspiring you one page at a time.
You see, life has just got easier. You stay connected to Channels TV, where news and innovations are shaping our world. Simply log on to channelstv.com to get the breaking news. Browse the homepage according to what matters to you. Tap on the extended coverage of business, sports, politics, lifestyle, infotech, entertainment, health, world news, and lots more. Click on the live link and see the news in real time. Do you want to watch the latest video of the day? It's just a click away. Friend us on Facebook, YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Google+, participate in Channels TV poll, and share your comments. It's a website you can talk to. Your voice will be heard. ChannelsTV.com. The news at your fingertips.
Welcome back to the program. Our conversation for today is focused on the IMF Article 4 report on Nigeria. Now, according to that report, the IMF says the Nigerian economy at 6.8% performed strongly this year and is expected to grow by 7% next year. I'm being joined by an economic analyst, and he's also a lecturer with the Department of Economics of the University of Nigeria in Nsukka, and Dr. Patterson Ekocha. He joins us live from our Abuja studios. Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I already asked the Director of Communication of the Central Bank of Nigeria, that's Mr. Ogo Okora, for this question, but I'll still ask you, because you're an economist, you should give us an economist perspective on it. Now, the IMF affirmed that Nigeria's economy has actually continued to perform strongly, at least for most of this year, alluding to GDP growth and inflation. And so what I ask is, are these indicators sufficient to return this kind of verdict on Nigeria? From an economist's point of view, is the economy really all about GDP and inflation?
I'll start by saying that the statement made by the IMF Mission Group at the end of the consultation validates the country policy and institutional assessment that the World Bank did last year, scoring Nigeria high in the area of economic management as well as structural policies, economic management policies and structural policies as well. You see, much as the economy doesn't hinge on growth, but growth is very essential, because with high growth you really can reduce poverty. But aside from that, there are other macroeconomic indicators, you know, just like